Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for watching. Spencer here. I wanted to talk about the Gary V content model that he put out in that slideshow forum just a few days ago. So there was a lot in there, ton of value, but I want to break it down into my own words because A, it helps me kind of figure it all out and put it into my own words so I can, digest it in my own brain. But hopefully it'll help you guys out too, just to kind of hear it in layman's terms. It's really not even that difficult, but this is just a good way that I think is really the only way to be creating content. So I wanted to make this video just to kind of show you guys what I've been thinking about and what it means to me, and hopefully it'll help you out too. So obviously everyone's heard of document versus create, right? I mean, if you're a Gary Vaynerchuk fan, I'm sure you've heard that a million times. The reason why that's important is because that's going to give you that's going to be the most effective way for you to be able to hit the amount of volume of content that you want to be posting if you're trying to build a personal brand or create content for your business or whatever the hell it may be. You're going to need documented content because from there you can break it down into multiple pieces of micro content. And the reason why that's important is because it's going to allow you to hit the frequency that you need, and it's going to be able to help you pinpoint what's resonating with your audience. Because as always, it doesn't matter what you think. The only thing that matters is what your audience thinks, what the market thinks. So with that being said, the first part of this is your raw footage, your documented content. You're going to distribute that towards Facebook, YouTube. IGTV is great too now because you can do long form video there. Break it down into written content, into blogs. That's also huge. And then podcasts. So if you're recording a conversation or you recorded a podcast or whatever it may be, recorded a video, you could rip that audio and make that into a podcast. So you're just taking raw content and turning it into multiple pieces of content that you're distributing across platforms so that you're reaching as many people as you possibly can. So from there, you ask probably like, well, what do I need to be doing to have this documented footage? I don't have D-Rock with me. Well, you got to get a little creative and you got to be really proactive. So I'm getting creative right now. Like, I'm just making this video on my own. Just wanted to talk to the world about what this content model meant to me. From there, I can break it down into multiple different clips and images, graphics, motion graphics. It doesn't matter, right? All that matters is that you're doing your best, you're trying to bring value, you're being authentic, and you're posting as much as you can. So there's an example of how that could work for you. Calls, phone calls, networking, whatever you need to do to get material, do it. Just as long as you're not, like, if you're trying to make content specifically to make content just to get your word out there and not focusing on bringing value, that's going to hurt you in the end. So just make sure that whatever you're doing, you're passionate about it, you're being authentic, and you're just trying to bring value to your audience. And know who your audience is, of course. The first step of this is you take that raw content, you put it out on YouTube, etc., and then you listen to what is resonating with the audience. From there, you're going to create your first round of micro content. Micro content just means you're breaking down a video or whatever into 2 to 4 minute clips. That's just kind of a number that I made up, but that's what made sense to me. 2 to 4 minute clips that you think are going to be best based on what people are saying on YouTube, what people are saying on IGTV, what responses you're getting on your blogs, what responses you're getting on Facebook, or whatever the hell it may be. You're going to take those 2 to 4 minute clips, it could be video, it could be audio, it could be whatever, a podcast mashup, and distribute it to Facebook. Give it a little bit of editing, put subtitles to it, put a timer on it, or spruce it up, whatever you need to do, just so a headline is really, really good. If you notice, Gary's content always had headlines in it so that you kind of get an idea of what it's about, so that when you're scrolling through the feed, you see the headline, and then you can watch the subtitles as the video starts playing without the audio yet, and you're going to know, that person's going to be able to know if they want to listen to it or not. That's actually like a way to get them to click on it and listen to you. So those are really key points that are going to help people actually view what you're putting out there. From there, you're going to repurpose it for the first time. So this is going to be the round 2 of creating content from the raw pillar content. Round 2 is you're going to be mainly using Instagram for this. And the reason why that's important is because you're going to be making 60 seconds or less video clips. That's important because you're getting a more specific audience and you're narrowing down the window of this footage or the parts of your footage that are resonating the most with your audience, and you can kind of pinpoint the parts that people are going to like the most, and that's going to drive the most traffic and the most engagement, which is key to growing your audience. So from there, you're going to distribute those 60 seconds or less to Facebook and Instagram. I would suggest, or what my plan is I'm going to do 60-second clips, 30-second clips, and less than 30-second clips. That way, I'm able to hit people on multiple levels. It's not just someone's got to listen to all 60 seconds of me or 30 seconds of me. At least that way I'll be able to hit multiple people who might not have the attention span that I want them to have. So from there, listen again. This is such a key aspect of it. Listen again, read the comments, engage with your audience, figure out what they're like the most, what they like the most, and from there, you're going to repurpose it into round 3 of your creating and your repurpose content. And that's when you're going to be making images, graphics, motion graphics, audio clips for Instagram if you make a podcast, whatever it may be. This is the point where you're going to be making like the most micro content out of your raw footage. That's where you're going to be able to hit the frequency that you really need to be hitting. And the reason why that helps you so much is because you're going to be able to distribute these things across every single platform, and you know it's the best parts of your content. So that's where you're going to be hitting Instagram again, Facebook again, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever it is, LinkedIn, whatever it is. This is where you're going to be pushing out all the content, and you know, because you've listened to your audience, that those are the best parts of that raw footage that you took way up here. So that's how you turn one 30-minute phone call into a month's worth of content. And that's going to help you get to the next level. Not only is it going to help you like grow your audience, etc., it's going to drive the right type of people to you, and you're going to know you're getting the best message out there. So thanks for listening. If you got any comments or questions, whatever, let me know. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. And have a good one.